Welcome, 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 welcome. So I wanted to share with you guys that I did in fact get a couple of DMs with the link earlier today for the hearing that they had for Eligio. I had typed in hearing, and I also pulled up the actual original Zoom on the courthouse website. But when I went to the courthouse website, the lady had said at the beginning of the video was like 59 minutes, that it was being recorded on YouTube, public, um you know public information. However, unless you get permission to record, uh not to record that live. So I didn't record it. And it was kind of funny because I was trying to make a thumbnail so I could go live, and I could not make a thumbnail to save my life. But God was looking out for me, because you don't need to be getting into no problems. If a courthouse, well, a judge says this is not to be recorded unless you get permission, you're authorized to record this information. It's just I'm glad that I went to the website, which I bookmarked, because the next time he goes to court, I'll already have the court website and I'll be able to live stream it, but then I'll delete it. I'm not going to keep that up on my channel. So welcome everyone to the live stream. I just want to share something that was kind of heavy on my heart, because it kind of disturbed me a little bit how Goggett, he's a friend of the Nature Boys. He just really was in his feelings about how they did Nature Boy. And I'm saying to myself, Nature Boy is not a victim. Nature Boy is not a victim. Nature Boy victimized these people. Yes, they were willing participants, but that does not give anyone the right to mistreat people the way he did for as long as he did. So he had a lot to say, and we're gonna listen to it. This is a live stream commentary. I want to make that clear. So I will be talking throughout this whole live. YouTube is cracking down on just re-uploading content and calling it commentary. They're basically calling us lazy YouTubers, because we're just re-uploading content and we're not adding the commentary to it. So I've been saying this for a few years. Put a Y in the chat if some of y'all been rocking with me, and they're cracking down in 2022. Yeah, people are getting bad hits. Just re-uploading the content. They're calling it reusable content, and they're flagging your whole channel and demonetizing it. So you got to use. I'm. I like to talk, so I ain't got no problem with talking and playing the video, because that's how I started up my channel off in the beginning. Always talking, doing a little 10-minute commentary video. I talked half the time and played the clips afterwards. But I'm just letting you know. I'm going to talk anyways, because I got a few things to say, because I'm going to let you listen to what he said. But he really offended me. He really, truly offended me, Goggett. I'm not surprised at him, because Nature Boy gave Naza to him, and he knew that she was in a dark place, and he didn't make it better for her neither. And just recently, I was on an Instagram live, and allegedly they got her, Goggett and another woman got her to do an Only's fan. This was around the time she was going through a crisis, because Nature Boy was in her head. And they propositioned her, and she did an Only's fan. Now, nobody made her do that. But what I'm trying to say is, we got people that they're just as crazy as the people that they're trying to take advantage of. But my point to you is, if you know that a person has issues, you don't take advantage of them like that. You're not going to have no good days for that. But see, like-minded people think alike. And that's why he's so disappointed. I don't care who got up here today on his live and talked about how Natureboy needs to be where he's at. He only seen it one way. And that's because he's friends with Natureboy. But if you was a true friend with Natureboy, you would be telling this man that he's dead wrong for what he did. And he's going to pay for what he did. Make sure y'all hit the like button, please, as y'all come in. Welcome all y'all. I'm just trying to, fill up the live, and then we'll begin. But he acted like he was so distraught. He was disappointed with the lawyer. He was disappointed with the judge. He was disappointed with the DA. And then he's going to say they're all women, so it's bias. What does that have to do with anything? We don't know what happened behind closed doors. There is a possibility. I don't like until proven guilty. I say a person's innocent until proven guilty. I don't know what happened behind closed doors. All I know is that it was going to happen eventually. If y'all been rocking with me for a few years, you've heard me say somebody's going to end up going over there and giving them something, or they're going to sit there and say some crazy stuff and he's going to be in some trouble. And somebody did come over there and do it. It was 𝗪𝗫𝗧. She came over there a couple of times and she rocked his world, just like he was over there rocking her world. So it was an eye for an eye. But he's dead wrong. He is dead wrong, Garget, to sit there and say the reason why Natureboy had the court proceedings was the way it was is because it was women. So if it was men, it would have been different. So I'm gonna let you listen to what he had to say, but I didn't appreciate it. I might premiere it, because everyone's not gonna see this today. I might premiere this tomorrow morning or something like that for people that may have missed it. But let's listen to it. Make sure you like this video. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you do so, making sure that notification bell is on with the option all, so when I upload these videos, you are the first one to watch.
The first time y'all got into it, the second time, but you gave her chance after chance after chance, right?
Okay.
She's talking about 𝗪𝗔𝗧.
What makes her different from 𝗪𝗫𝗧? Because let's not get it twisted. She's saying that he's putting stuff in the sky to follow her. He's taking her money, all this, and she had said that live. And after she came on live saying Natureboy did this, that, and the other, and you still right.
What that got to do with what we talking about?
I'm just saying, because I know people is coming up here saying, "Oh, she went back. Okay. Everybody had been in a toxic situation, though, is what I'm saying. Like yourself, you have been in a toxic situation too, right?
Correct.
Exactly. So what makes 𝗪𝗪𝗧 or anybody that has been in a toxic situation and went back, what makes them different? What makes 𝗪𝗫𝗧 different from you, 𝗪𝗪𝗧, and everybody else? What makes her different from the situation?
See, what I was saying was, and what I would say is, I'm not just going to jump on what the woman said because a woman said it and think that she's telling the truth, because I've had women act crazy and straight up lie.
This is what I don't get. This man has a daughter himself. So you mean to tell me she's going to be a woman one day too? If she came to you and said, "Daddy, a man violated me," you gonna say just because she's a woman, you're not gonna take her word for it? It don't make no sense. See, like-minded people think alike. The circle is messed up. That's why if you listen to how he sounds stupid. And I hate to call people out their name. It wasn't like I cussed or nothing. But come on, man. Look at that as if that is your child. And they come to you and say that they've been violated. you're gonna take their word for it. It don't matter if they're a woman or not. What sense does that make? You're trying to say when a woman comes and says that the scrape, let's call it the scrape been done to them, they're lying because they're a woman and you've had it done to you. So just because you had it done to you, the Teri's lying. 𝗪𝗓 could have did it to him, cause 𝗪𝗓 got issues too. I mean, a beautiful girl, love her to death. Anytime she needs to talk, she knows I'm there. But I mean, come on. I mean, she could have did that to you too. That you could have been in those shoes too. You just got rid of the problem before it got worse. If 𝗪𝗓 stayed around long enough, she would have been sitting there probably saying that about you. But now you're sitting there saying this crazy stuff, and you have a daughter of your own. That doesn't make any sense what you're saying, sir.
No, but you also said on other platforms, this girl had left and came back, left and came back. I've been watching these videos, and I have seen you tell people she have left and came back, left and came back. But even after 𝗪𝗓 is toxic, nobody found that to be bothering. Nobody said anything about that. That could have turned out tragic. And then if she would have did something, let me say, if she would have did something really heinous, we would have believed her, because you allowed her to come back and go and come back and go and come back and go. So what makes her different?
Did you watch the preliminary hearing that I just showed? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. I mean, on your live, yes.
No, I don't know when you came in. I don't know if you came in the beginning or the end. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
What difference does it make, Goggett?
What I would have done, especially being the attorney, the defense attorney, is actually had some witnesses. Like, that was where I think he dropped the ball in this preliminary hearing. He could have had some of the witnesses that are still hanging around and still supporting him to actually been in on that Zoom call to say, hey, listen, you know, she could have left whenever she wanted to leave. Matter of fact, she did leave, and she came back in on her own. She had a ride outside, and she told her ride to wait and came back in on her own. You know what I'm saying? And there was nobody holding her back or stopping her from doing anything. I think the lawyer missed an opportunity to get that specific charge right there out of the way. He missed the opportunity with that, because he could have got some witnesses. He should have got some witnesses, because it's.
I don't care if she went back 20 times. If a woman says no, no means no. We all at this point already know the law by now. And we all know the slogan. If a woman says no, no means no. So if she said no that day when she was waiting for her Uber or her ride or whatever, or if she got kicked outside and came back in to say goodbye, or whatever the situation may have been, no means no. And if you sit up there and you do it anyways because you think you're God, that's why you're behind bars now. Period, point blank. And he should know better, because again, he's a man and he has a little girl himself. He ought to be ashamed of himself. Matter of fact, he's raising his daughter. He's in his daughter's life, Goggett is. And for him to sit there because it's not his child and downplay that, he's dead wrong. And I don't care what nobody says.
Still people that support him that would have testified. That's one thing that I think he kind of messed up at. And then the other charge was, you know, she said that he wouldn't let her leave. How could you not have left when you always leave? Like, that's your MO, is to leave. And then on top of that, to form, and this was me being his attorney, this is what I would have done. I would have formed a compilation video and showing how when she leaves somebody and break up with them, she automatically go into the internet and talk shit to them.
And so does 𝗪𝗓. So does 𝗪𝗓.
𝗪𝗓 gets on there. She talk about Velvet. She talk about Natureboy. So what? 𝗪𝗓, every time she leave, she get on the internet and talk about Natureboy. Everybody talk about Natureboy. Natureboy is not a great person like you're making him out to be. And that's sometimes as women what we do. It's called venting. There's nothing wrong with that. What court's gonna hold her accountable for when she leaves a cult, aka Natureboy, her going on the internet venting about how she went through hell? What's wrong with that? Is that a crime? How can a lawyer put together a compilation of her dogging her exes out? Women do it all the time. I dog my husband out sometimes. He get me mad. He all kind of son of a blah blah blah. So I mean, is that a crime? Can somebody let me know if that's a crime? Let me know in the comment section.
Right. You didn't find anything wrong with that though.
I'm talking about the hearing that we just watched. You keep trying to make this a personal thing about me, and I'm talking about what we just watched. That's why I asked you if you watched it.
Yeah, I watched it. Hey, but I have also heard you say he should be his own lawyer. I watched a video with you on VMAX live, and you said I would love to see him be his own lawyer. Yeah, right. I would love for him to tell his own story.
Like who?
He ain't got no story.
I used the reference for that. I was talking about the Move. You know about the Move?
No, I heard y'all say that. I never watched it.
Right. They got a documentary on YouTube called Let the Fire Burn. And the anniversary for that bombing is actually in 2 days in Philadelphia. I don't know if you in this area, but I'm going to visit the house. I'm going to visit the house. So the leader was named 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, right? Mm-hmm. And what 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 did with his group called the Move, that was kind of just like, it was kind of like Carbonation. It was a back to nature type of movement. Mm-hmm. And what they did was, because they knew they would have to deal with the system in the judicial branch specifically, they knew they would deal with them. They used to hold court proceedings all the time. Like they used to deal with law all the time. And the leader, 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, he got locked up on a gun possession charge. Like they caught him in the car with a gun. He was in the car with the gun. The gun was on him. It was his gun in the car. He got locked up with a weapons possession charge. He went to court, defended himself, and beat the case. He was sleeping in court when the judge read out the verdict. That's how comfortable he was. And
well, Natureboy's not comfortable, and he ain't gonna be sleeping in court because he needs to be awoke to see how many years they might give him for that. I instead of calling it the R, the scrape that allegedly he was accused of. Okay, because he even says, Gargett, you'll hear him further say out of his mouth, he's looking to do 25 years just for that charge, that part. Stop trying to make Natureboy be this Superman, this hero. He's not no hero. He's your friend. You're both sick, and that's why you're defending the situation. This whole time he was on this live, this man did nothing but defend and act like he was distraught, talking about it's a woman judge, it's a woman DA, it's a woman public defender. What's wrong with it being a woman? What is there to hide? What did your friend do that you so scared that it's a bunch of women handling the situation? You afraid they're gonna lock them up and throw away the key? What you afraid of? If your friend is innocent, you don't need to worry about if there's a woman on the panel that's a judge, or if there's a DA on the panel that's a DA, or a victim advocate for 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 on the panel. If your friend is so innocent, why are you so worried for him? Why are you so intimidated? You sound crazy.
Said I would love to see Natureboy do a 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 and actually be very astute with judicial, court proceedings and beat the cases. So I would love to see him do that. You know what I'm saying?
So what made you change your mind today?
No, today he was at court with a lawyer. Like we got to do what we got. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we got. But I feel like the lawyer dropped the ball on those few issues that I talked about, because he could have definitely got those charges dropped at this preliminary hearing.
Okay, so do you think So now you're saying you wouldn't want him to be his own judge. I mean, own attorney. So now
I
you're
would
saying,
want him to first be knowledgeable about court proceedings. I wouldn't want him to just go in there and ramble right now. Like, hell no.
Gen T, this is my second channel. I just made you a mod.
Like, no, that's not what John Africa did. You know what
well,
I'm saying?
a lot
That's
of
it.
people don't, like myself, don't have not seen that movie, so I haven't seen that. I just know what I heard. You say I would like for him to be his own lawyer, like so and so, so and so. And then today he go to court, and you like, don't, you better not say shit. Shut the fuck up. Don't do this. His lawyer should advise him. Don't say nothing. I'm like, wait, that ain't what you just said on the other day. You wanted him to be his own lawyer.
I wanted him to pull a John Africa, but John Africa knew the law. He just didn't go in there talking crazy. He knew the law. He used to practice it all the time. That was one of their main practices, was actually study.
Yeah, maybe they should let Natureboy go in there and talk for himself. And maybe he could tell the judge that he's God. And then he could talk about white supremacists, all the little bogus BS that he talks about online. Maybe he should get in front of the court and say all of that and see if they don't lock him up and throw away the key.
Studying the law.
Okay.
Like, they were very good at it. So it's
Okay.
called Let the Fire Burn. Go to YouTube, put in Let the Fire Burn, watch that joint. You're gonna get your mind blown.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I just came up to say that, like, people that's coming up, please have an open mind, because at some point we all have been in a toxic relationship. We have toxic family members, and we come back and all that. So y'all got to take that. People never know what these people go through in their head. I'm not talking just about Nateri. I'm just talking about us as a collective. So thank you for letting me come up. I thought I would say that.
All right. Well,
Exactly.
thank you for your comment. You have a beautiful day too.
You too. You too.
Peace. Yeah, I think the lawyer dropped the ball, man.
Because it's your
I think
friend.
the lawyer dropped the ball.
'Cause
Okay,
it's his
mommy trying to come in. Peace and love, Nikki. What up?
Because it's his friend.
What's up?
What's popping? Put your 3 up.
Don't play with me.
So did you watch the hearing or no?
Yeah, I watched some of it.
Okay, what you think about it?
You really want to know what I think
about the hearing?
Right. Okay, that's not about the hearing. Okay. I think that the lawyer was at least competent. At the very least, the lawyer was competent. Because I've dealt with some lawyers, and them the most useless when you need them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I felt like the lawyer, he had a level of competency that I appreciated.
It's a slippery slope with me, because this is what the deal is, right? So you pay your lawyer for your preliminary, right? Mm-hmm. And if it doesn't get thrown out in your preliminary,
then the
lawyer gets more money. You see what I'm saying?
Maybe not, unless you switch lawyers. See what I'm saying? Like,
the lawyer gets more money to represent you later. You see what I'm saying? So I think that the lawyer, he did it was entry level. He did an entry level job. He safe autoed that thing. I think he could have went harder, because he should have brought up a witness. He should have brought a witness to testify. He should have brought one of those people, at least one person from the house that was there that night, to say, yo,
I'm sorry. Today, Jay Hart, he had a paid lawyer. That was a paid lawyer that he had. But even I'm gonna tell you something. Even these paid lawyers nowadays, they want to, like he said, which is that part is true. They want to keep the ball moving. So that means, like, don't really fight for him that hard today so that they can get paid for the next time he goes into court. Because see, lawyers usually you pay them some money up front, and then you got to pay them every time they appear in court. So if he appears in court once a month, Natureboy got to come up with the court fee once a month. And that court fee could be $500, $250. I don't know. I don't know how much his court fee, legal fees are. I don't know. But it's usually a lump sum at the beginning, and then if he goes into court every 30 days, he's got to pay the attorney every month. You know what I'm saying? Just to appear in court. So he's trying to say, Gargett, he feels as though the lawyer didn't do a good enough job, and he did that because he's trying to milk it and get money. All lawyers do that. And you know what? Natureboy shouldn't have put himself in this situation for him to have to worry about his friend getting milked by the attorney on money. He shouldn't be in this situation in the first place. This all could be avoided. He was doing all this mess, trying to get people pissed off that, watch his content, and trying to give people, you know what I'm saying, his 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, and now he's in trouble. And that's on him. He brought all of this upon himself, and that's the bottom line. And we ain't going to make no excuses up for him, because enough's enough. The time is now. If it was Caucasian people, and I'm not prejudiced, I'm just saying they would have been went in there and got those people. And they would have been got whoever was running that camp out of there. Oh, man. I went back too far. Sorry. Hold on. Here we go.
Witness to testify. He should have brought one of those people, at least one person from the house that was there that night, to say, yo, it wasn't no screams coming from the room. It wasn't nobody guarding the room. She could have left whenever she wanted to leave.
Which was strange because, like if you do have those resources, available to you, why wouldn't you utilize them? That was interesting.
Why wouldn't you use them?
Yeah, that was interesting.
Why wouldn't you use them? Like, that bothered me. I'm sitting here.
You're right, Unique, because they don't even have any evidence at all. They have no evidence. They don't have the cell phones. They don't have nothing on him. There's no, I call it a scrape kit. I don't want to use the R word. They don't have none of that. And the reason why the judge is taking it to Superior Court is because it's he say, she say. She don't want to make that call. So she's going to turn it over to a higher court, which is Superior Court. Because all the evidence that's been collected is he say, she say. And they can't just go my husband was telling me, they can't go solely on just YouTube videos. Because YouTube videos could be altered. You understand what I'm trying to say? That don't mean anything. They're made by people that don't know Natureboy personally. They're just looking at what they see him do. And we edit these videos, and Lord knows how people can edit things to appear to be what it's not, which we all know what is on these videos that we are editing is what he's doing. They can't go just solely on the social media videos that they see commentators make. They have to have, like a scrape kit. I don't use the word R again, so y'all be, what is a scrape kit? They have to have one of those. They have to have phone. They have to have, like videos from the phones inside of the house of things that were being done. They need that kind of solid evidence of stuff that came out of that house. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Like, what the going on with this guy? And this, I talked to them personally about. Like, I personally said, I don't know. But what you was gonna say?
So somebody said the lawyers suck. Listen, you must not have dealt with a lot of lawyers, because that lawyer, he was okay. Okay, some lawyers are soft as.
Yeah,
But
he wasn't the worst.
He was not the worst. This is what I think about the whole thing. I think they're gonna make an example out of him, unfortunately, because especially because of his cult history. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times cult leaders self-destruct before they can even make it to court, or they never make it to court. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that there is this cult leader who has these allegations against him and they actually got him, and he's black, it's gonna be good. Like, I feel like they're definitely going to make an example out of him, and they're gonna.
My husband was saying that too. I gotta agree with it too, and I agree with it. She said that another reason why Natureboy is looked at as a liability is because he's a flight risk. He's labeled as a cult, and cult leaders are known to self-destruct. That means drink the Kool-Aid. You understand what I'm trying to say? Without getting into graphics, get people to drink the Kool-Aid, and and mass, people just dropping like flies because of something that he told them to do, and they believed in him and they did it. You know what I'm saying? So this is how the courts are going to look at it. They're going to look at it as, the Charles Mansons from the past. They're going to look at all the history of the destruction that happens with these leaders. It never usually ends well when you're labeled as a cult leader running a cult. So that's how the courts are looking at it. And I don't think at the same time, too, nobody wants to have any blood on their hands. So they want to make sure that they're careful with this, because they might let a man go that should not be let go. So I get it. So they're not going to make it easy for Natureboy to get out. Natureboy is going to be eventually entitled to a bond, but I believe when they do give him a bond, it's going to be like a house payment, because they want to ensure that he don't get out, because he is a liability.
Yeah, I don't like, and just like I said, if I was him, soon as I know that I got a female detective on it, then I got a female prosecutor on it, and I got a female judge on it. Hell no, man! I want a new judge. Put a new judge. I want a new judge. It's too much bias against me. Like, no, I'm not doing it.
But there's already so much evidence against you, and these
Cool.
niggas.
How? We just watched the preliminary hearing. There ain't no goddamn evidence. They didn't have. They supposed to have subpoenaed.
This is true.
They're supposed to have subpoenaed the phones, but they didn't get back yet.
But I'm not talking about the evidence. Okay, as a person who's in as that, for example, I'm that judge. Granted, there is no hard evidence of the charges. I'm going to be swayed emotionally, right, by all the other speculations, by all the other videos, by just me learning about this persona, right, from all the videos and all the internet that's going to end up on my desk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he's not a likable person. He definitely disrespects women and men. You know what I mean? So even if it goes to trial and it goes this and all that, at the end of the day, the judge has she swings the mood of the courtroom.
No, the jury.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that, like I said, it's just not going to be good.
I mean, you see the momentum right now is swinging. Look, as soon as I came to the damn Zoom and I saw it's all women up there. No, I'd have talked to my lawyer. No, We not gonna do this. I'm not letting this ride right here like this. Not like this. And then before we even get to the hearing, my lawyer should have had enough ammunition. He should have had a witness. He should have had a video compilation showing this woman talking bad about every man she ever been with that we publicly know about. Like, this is her Twitter.
What does that have to do with what Natureboy did? I don't get it. He's not making no sense. What does that have to do with what Natureboy is being accused of, allegedly being accused of? That does not make her guilty or a liar that she said what he did to her, because she gets on social media, and when she breaks up with her exes, she dogs them out. I've done it. So that means when I say something about my ex or just about anybody in life, I'm a liar because when I like to vent. Well, that doesn't make any sense.
That should have been established. Like, I think that the lawyer, he did just enough to say he showed up and earned his money. He did just enough. He could have went harder. He should have went harder.
I'm about to play devil's advocate, right? Will you play with me?
Let's do it.
What if he did rape her? What if what she said actually did happen?
I mean, what did she say?
He said that she went to go say goodbye, and he said, you not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And he proceeded to have sex with her while she without her consent. Like, what if that did happen?
I mean, I didn't hear her say without her consent. You may enter.
Can you take me to the car dealership?
Take it to the dealership. But what was I about to say? Yeah, it was a couple things I would have been over with. Number one, the deck is stacked against me. Once I come in, it's all women in there. It's stacked against me. I want a different judge.
So, okay,
Period.
question, perfect. What would the presence of men, how would the presence of more men, or let's see, it was 3 women, 2 men, right? Let's say there was more men than women. Which, in my opinion, doesn't really make sense because the victim is a woman. So you would need more women because more women understand women.
No,
right?
No. Women support women, regardless. Women support women. What? Women support women.
And who do men support?
It has to be balanced. We got a woman detective, a woman prosecutor. We can't have a woman judge too. Come on now. That's uneven.
Okay, all right.
My
thing is, how would that have changed? You verbalized to me. How would that have changed the outcome of the preliminary? What would have happened if there was another man there?
There would have been more balance. Because the women sympathized for the women. Look, there was no damn evidence at all. They had no evidence.
He sounds so ignorant. That's what I'm saying. He sounds so ignorant. He's so stuck on that there are women that are handling this case right now. He sounds ignorant. And you know why I say he sounds ignorant? Because that's all you can find to talk about is that there's a woman judge, a woman DA, a woman detective. No, let's talk about Natureboy. None of that stuff. That's shallow stuff you're talking about. Let's talk about the serious facts on Natureboy. We've all sat up here and seen this man cut out for years on YouTube and all these social media platforms, not just YouTube, all around town on social media, Twitter, Instagram, all these social media handles, and get away with murder. Everything comes to an end eventually. And it comes to an end for Natureboy now. He needs to accept that. But see, like-minded people think alike. This man has lost his mind, Gargette. And I have no beef for Gargette. He has never disrespected me. But right now, he sounds real ignorant. And he needs to stop playing.
How they had no evidence, but all of these charges stand with no evidence.
Okay, but that's the thing. It's like she did admit that there was no evidence. That's why she said it needed to go to higher court.
No, that's not what she said. She said
Exactly.
that's a jury decision. Not that because there's no evidence. She said this is his word versus her word. This is a jury. A jury should figure that out.
Yeah.
It's no evidence at all. Like, so a male judge, in my opinion, right?
He would have figured that there was no evidence.
We could at least trim some of this. We could at least trim some of this stuff off. We could at least trim, so we could knock some of this stuff off. All of this is not going. All of this is like, this is crazy. But I feel like that the lawyer dropped the ball too. I feel like the lawyer dropped the ball. The lawyer should have been better equipped coming into the courtroom. The lawyer should have been better equipped. He could have been better equipped. You know what I'm saying? Because
I feel like Natureboy should have been better equipped too, and should have had common sense to know that he already knew the FBI was looking after him. Okay, they already came to the house. They already, it checked out what was going on at the time. But do you think that they just was going to close the case like that? They were watching him. Okay, so now that he's on a jury of, it's not a jury yet, but now that he's in a courtroom with a bunch of women, it's karma. That's how I look at it. It's karma for him.
It's crazy that it gotta go this far, but unfortunately he in a position where he's in, and he in a fight for his life. We ain't got time to be. This ain't like this is small charges. They talking about 25 years just for the scrape. So this ain't no game. You can't be 40 years old, do 25 years, and come out like you cool. This ain't no goddamn game. I'd have been so oh my God, like, yo, that's crazy. Like, and then because they didn't have any evidence, is all the more reason why we needed to bring evidence. We need on his side, the defense side, he should have had witness testimony. He should have had some type of video evidence documenting something. Like, he should have bought that, because that the prosecution has no evidence. They weak. The case is weak. So you got to come stronger than that, man. I'll be screaming at my lawyer right now. But really, it happened before we even came into the proceeding. He should have had all of that before he even came in there. You know what I mean? But now it's going to trial. It's going to trial. So we might not even see no movement with this thing for like another year, maybe 2 years. This is going to trial.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they're gonna throw the fucking book at him. And jury people are, well, it's a toss up.
It's going to trial. So they might sit him down. Natureboy might be in jail for real for at least a year, 2 years, because it's going to trial and they're not trying to release him. They think they're trying to do everything in their power to sit him down while this trial is going on. I know people who've been there, not for what he's done, but I'm just saying, in the legal system, and they try to sit you down, and the whole time that they're trying to fight this so they can get you to get 25 years, you be sitting for a year, 2 years on trial. Natureboy messed up. I don't feel bad for him.
Sometimes the jury will come, but like my thing is, come through for what? Like, because if he actually did that, and I like what that other girl said, like, nobody knows what, and that's where I stand on a lot of what's happening in the media or things that you hear about. You know what I'm saying? Like Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, all that. Like, okay, it's not what you did, it's what you can prove in court at the end of the day. But
can you guys make sure that you hit the like button, please? Can you make sure you hit the like button? Thank y'all. Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining me.
At the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were not. We weren't there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Come on, why you
About the hearing. Did you
Oh,
watch
you can't
the
hear
hearing?
me?
Yeah, I said, did you watch the preliminary hearing?
Look at he's still
Yeah, I
talking
watched
about it
it.
to somebody else.
What you think about it?
I think he's dog meat.
I think you're right.
Dog meat. Dog meat?
God
Yeah,
damn.
but I don't know. There's no. He couldn't have gotten any witness. All of them is in the code. So it would have made it worse.
You think the witnesses would have made it worse?
The witnesses would have made it worse because,
How?
you know,
How would the witnesses have made it worse?
Because they're brainwashed. They're brainwashed.
your thing is
Can you
low.
hear
I
me?
can't hear you.
I said, how would the witnesses have made it worse?
How are they witnesses? They're not competent.
Hello?
Yeah, can you
All
hear
right.
me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, how you think the witnesses would have made it worse?
Because he's in a cult. They're in a cult with him.
They was there though.
Exactly.
They're eyewitnesses. They were there.
How are they witnesses? How are they witnesses? Put a Y in the chat if you think that the people that are in that house, Malia, 𝗪𝗛𝗧𝗖𝗛, True, please tell me, do you think they're competent? If you think that they're competent to be a witness, put a Y in the chat. They're pushing the three. How are they witnesses? How can they be witnesses and they're not competent? You have to be competent to be a witness. You have to put competent people on a stand to be a witness. This is crazy. This dude sounds crazy.
I don't think it would have made a difference.
Because
Probably,
nobody else in the courtroom was there. The judge wasn't there. The prosecutor wasn't there. The detective wasn't there. Only people was there was the defendant, the witness and the witnesses that's testifying.
yeah. But you see that judge? That judge is not having it. She's
Oh my
like,
God.
I don't know why you putting your hand up because you already, you know, she was sassy.
I don't see no why, so I guess you think that everybody in that house is competent. Because if you put a Y in the chat, if you think them people are not competent to stand trial for Natureboy, because I know I'm gonna put a Y right now for you, okay? Because they're not competent to be no witnesses at all. And I would think that the judge and the DA is not competent for dragging them in to this. Them people need healing. They need to be removed from that house, and they all need to be court ordered to go seek some mental health, because there's some straight up issues going on. Anytime you got women lined up against the wall like dogs, and you get one to get up and slap the other for no reason. Talk about sit. And then he tells him to get up, down. I mean, come on now. You smoked your own self. That is inhumane the way he was treating those people. And it wasn't nothing funny about it. It was a joke to him because he's sick. The man is sick. And see, we've been saying he needs to be sitting with himself and alone. Now he has no other choice but to sit with himself and be alone. He is sick.
You see that haircut? Once you see that haircut, that haircut she got?
Yeah.
You know those haircuts?
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's done.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So if you was the so excuse me. So you kind of feel the way I feel, because that's what I said. As soon as I walked into the courtroom and I see that the odds are stacked against me like that, this is a mistrial. I want another judge. At least give me another judge.
They would have given him a worse judge, because they all together. They would have
given him a worse judge.
They would have made sure he got a worse judge than.
And every time you try to change a judge, because they're already trying to sit him down, they'll be like, "Thank you. Now we're gonna sit you down longer," because it's gonna take a long time for them to get you another judge. Okay, you ain't nobody special. They would have sat. All he'll do is if he's gonna sit for a year or two on trial, he'll be sitting for 3.5 years, another year and a half. So what he needs to do is he better cop out. If he can do it, if that's his option, he better cop out, because honey, it ain't looking too good for him. Period.
Her.
Worse.
Yeah.
How much worse could it have gotten? How much worse could it have gotten?
The 3-3 chant.
Well,
now give me another judge. Give me another judge. I want another judge.
And they'll give
I'm
him
not
another
going
year
to
and a
name you
half.
the judge. Give me another judge.
Well, that would have bought him some time.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would have demanded another judge.
Now, you know how he's talking about women this, women that. This lady's talking more sense than he is. God get it. She said that would have bought him some more time. If he says he wants another judge, that'll give them a reason to sit him down even longer. He's gonna be sitting down for about a year to 2 years on trial. So if he says he wants another judge, it might take about a year and some change before he gets. So that's another what? 3 years altogether that you're sitting because and then you get a judge that's worse.
I would have demanded another judge.
He would have got some time. That would have been good. So he has to try to stretch it out as long as he can.
So that close.
Yo, so don't come in here talking crazy, especially if you didn't even watch the hearing. Like, we played the preliminary hearing. I want to hear what people got to say about it.
He's really mad.
You know what I'm saying?
His friend is really mad.
Nels, but Yanni, why are you still here? You want to say something else? Okay, it's something you missed, and you want to double back. I can dig it. Peace and love.
This dude is crazy. He done lost his whole
God get greetings.
Am I on here?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. No, I was saying how your boy,
You say that one more time?
your boy is
Yeah, it don't look good. It don't look
because first of all, I want to say this: if he had a good lawyer, they would have pulled up all the videos with the theory wanting to come back, and all the videos where she was. Where were they in Mexico? I don't know where the hell they were at, but she kept coming back, going.
Right.
So if anything is to help, it's for him to have I guess pull up old videos where she willingly left.
Right.
It looked like a setup, and not only that, it looked like a setup, but it looked like they were after him anyways. They wanted him anyway.
Hey, Denise, I don't like what this girl's saying. Number two, she's in the wind. We can barely hear her, but I heard her when she said it looked like a setup. It ain't no setup. That ain't no setup. We all seen online what he was doing. And let me tell you something. And I felt it in my soul when he got in that bathtub that night, and he was showing his stuff, and then he was making them girls lift up their shirt for no reason, like we wanted to see that. I had a feeling that it was over for him then. I was on live. I had walked away from my desk, and the people in the chat was telling me, look, listen, you got to pay attention. He's up here doing. I looked, I said, oh my God. I had to end the live because I didn't want to get flagged because he showed his, thing and got them girls showing their chest and everything. And guess what? That's the night the SWAT came and tried to kick down the door. But he opened the door. God don't like ugly and ain't fond of beauty.
So, hey, let me find something to pin something on him so that way he can stay. So,
yo,
that's
the same point I was making.
He manifested it.
That's the same point I was making. The lawyer, the lawyer
he manifested that stuff to him.
The lawyer could have did a better job. And
listen, on my end, there's over 200 people in here in this live. Please make sure y'all leave a like on the video, okay? I've been very consistent in 2022. Live streaming, I'm not consistent. I'll do live streaming for a month or two, and then I'll fall off the map. But hit the like button. Thank you.
He definitely.
He had a sucky lawyer. I don't know what kind of lawyer that was. It wasn't no Johnny Cochran.
I mean, well, you know with the lawyer, he gonna come in there, and if he can get it thrown out at the preliminary, then his job is done. He don't get no more money. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the lawyer did just enough that he was showing that he's doing his job. You know what I'm saying? So he could get some more money. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
He gonna get some more money. That's what it is. That wasn't a public defender. That was a paid lawyer.
Defender?
Know what that means?
Oh,
Just mean I don't play that.
I don't know what that means.
I thought he had money to lawyer up.
Nah, that wasn't no public defender. That wasn't the public.
That goes to show you that he is a narcissist. Because remember, he one point in time said he was a millionaire. Then one time put a Y in the chat. If I'm lying, if I'm telling the truth, I mean. And then there was one time he said he was a guru. A guru means that you got money. Put a Y in the chat if you heard one of the two things that he has said over the years. So where is your money at, bro? Where is your money at for a good lawyer? Get one of them good lawyers in Atlanta. One of those lawyers that are known to make things go away. Where is your money at?
If it wasn't no public defender, he wasn't doing his job.
I mean, like I said, he showed up. He showed up. He was enough to say he showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's a lot more he could have done and he should have done. You know
they should have brought up old videos and stuff where
witness.
Terry willingly, she willingly.
I remember, Denise. I remember.
You know, played a part in it.
And I would have got the women. I would have got the remaining women that's there to testify. Like, y'all come up and y'all testify. Like,
hey, Peanut.
See what I'm saying? Like, you know.
I mean, at the end of the day, he manifested it toward himself because he kept talking about prison. He kept talking about things, the things that
he kept talking about R. Kelly. They act like I'm R. Kelly, but he was saying it like it was a compliment. Yeah, you R. Kelly now. You better hope you don't get no R. Kelly football numbers too.
𝗪𝗔𝗧 did. I'm sorry, like he brought it upon himself to be in that position where he's at right now. So
yeah,
if he got to sit for a couple of, if he got to go sit down for a couple.
Why is it funny though? What's going on? Like,
it's not funny.
You cracking up.
It's funny.
You got another chat thing?
I think it's funny because all I keep thinking about is his face, the facial, the little, and then just how we used to try to rub it in our face, what he was doing, and it was like he was trying to let us know what you gonna do about it. Nothing. I'm God, and y'all are nobody. But now God's sitting in jail, and I don't know a God that sits in jail because God should be able to get himself out of jail.
Cracking up.
I ain't saying it's funny, but he brought it upon himself. Like, come on now, making the people smack up each other, controlling, doing a whole bunch of stuff. You put him on the kind of females you had around you.
That's not
like you God, you should have known.
All right, so you trying to be funny. All right, come on. Thank you for your comments, though. I appreciate you for coming up, Goddess. You have a beautiful day.
Smoking that actual
You talking about 𝗪𝗪𝗔𝗧 down?
I just wanted to know, was that a paid attorney or a public defender?
Nah, they pay him money. I know that.
I thought you wanted us to come up and ask questions. You just said, why am I still here?
No, because we already talked already. I'm like, yeah, why is she coming back? I'm like, oh, she want to say something else. She missed the opportunity. I'm welcoming you though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's all I wanted to know. Was that a paid attorney?
Yeah. It was a paid attorney.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, that wasn't a public defender. And that paid attorney, in my opinion, he could have went harder. He didn't do as much as he should have done. You know what I'm saying? He should have definitely brought some witnesses, especially with him knowing that they don't have any evidence.
Hello, Scott?
You know that the state's evidence is weak. It's a weak.
Damn. I'm sorry, guys. I hit the button and went all the way back. Hold on.
No more money. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the lawyer did just enough that he was showing that he's doing his job. You know what I'm saying? So he could get some more money. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
He gonna get some more money. That's what it is. That wasn't a public defender. That was a paid lawyer.
Defender?
Know what that means?
Oh,
Just mean I don't play that.
I don't know what that means.
I thought he had money to lawyer up.
Nah, that wasn't no public defender. That wasn't the public defender.
If it wasn't no public defender, he wasn't doing his job.
I mean, like I said, he showed up. He showed up.
Think about it. As a lawyer, how much can you do for a character like Nature Boy? I mean, I know that the tapes alone, social media tapes, is just not enough evidence to like convict him. But what can you do for somebody that is a hot mess like that? Look at all of the things that this dude was doing. How do you defend somebody that makes women get on their knees and then you randomly pick one to slap the other? That is inhumane. I don't get it.
He was enough to say he showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's a lot more he could have done and he should have done. You know
They should have brought up old videos and stuff where Terry willingly, you know, played a part in it.
And I would have got the women. I would have got the remaining women that's there to testify. Like, y'all come up and y'all testify. Like,
they're not confident.
See what I'm saying? Like,
the remaining women.
You know.
I mean, at the end of the day, he manifested it toward himself because he kept talking about prison. He kept talking about things, the things that Eligio did. I'm sorry, like he brought it upon himself to be in that position where he's at right now. So
yeah,
if he got to sit for a couple of, if he got to go sit down for a couple.
Why is it funny though? What's going on? Like,
it's not funny.
You
I'm not saying it's funny.
You cracking up.
I ain't saying it's funny, but he brought it upon himself. Like, come on now, making the people smack up each other, controlling, doing a whole bunch of stuff. You put him on the kind of females you had around you.
That's not
like you God, you should have known.
Well, God's in jail right now.
All right, so you trying to be funny. All right, come on. Thank you for your comments, though. I appreciate you for coming up, Goddess. You have a beautiful day. We talking about Turnbull down.
I just wanted to know, was that a paid attorney or a public defender?
Nah, they paid him money. I know that.
I thought you wanted us to come up and ask questions. You just said, why am I still here?
No, because we already talked already. I'm like, yeah, why is she coming back? I'm like, oh, she want to say something else. She missed the opportunity. I'm welcome you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's all I wanted to know. Was that a paid
he's
attorney?
Feeling hurt.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, that wasn't the public defender. And that paid attorney, in my opinion, he could have went harder. He didn't do as much as he should have done. You know what I'm saying? He should have definitely brought some witnesses, especially with him knowing that.
Well, if you feel that way, why don't you get in touch with why don't you get permission from Nature Boy for you to be able to converse with his paid lawyer, and you should tell the paid lawyer what he needs to be doing. Because I know people that give permission to talk to their lawyers to help them out on the outside so you can help free your 3333 friend and stop talking about it on Instagram, because that ain't going to change what happened today. Nature Boy digged this hole. Now he better jump in it. He wanted to be R. Kelly. Now he's in jail like R. Kelly.
They don't have any evidence. You know that the state's evidence is weak. It's a weak case that they presenting. You got to come as strong as you can come to this damn preliminary. Like, you can't play around with it. And I think he dropped the ball on that. What is this dude doing?
Okay, I'm going to get down, let somebody else come up. That's all I wanted to know. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my God, Kim Johnson, you a trip.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So this was the manager.
The lawyer could have did better. Yeah, that lawyer could have did better, man. That lawyer was tripping. In here. Yo, put the 3 up, man.
Now,
yo, look. 3 up, man.
Now, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I did it again. Hold on. Now, this dude here is funny. Now, I want y'all to listen to this dude here. I'm sorry, I hit the thing again. But we're going to get there. Here we go.
I don't know that. You don't know.
Now, listen to this conversation here. I'm going to be quiet so you can hear the end of this. This dude is funny because he's clowning Gargett like we're clowning him right now, because he's like, You're not making no sense, Gargett. I know that's your boy, but listen to what this dude said with the glasses on, the hat back.
Dog. Listen, I'm gonna just say this. I did a lot of years in the courts. Preliminary trials is just face value cases. If it has enough face value, it's gonna go to trial. They're not throwing that out right there. That ain't getting thrown out on that level.
I've seen a lot of cases get thrown out.
You ain't seen a lot get thrown out. You've seen a few. You ain't seen a lot. You've seen a few. They don't get thrown out at prelims. A rape case ain't getting thrown out at prelim.
I never saw a rape. I never saw a rape.
I'm telling you that that's not gonna happen at the prelim. Trust me, that's not gonna happen. She said it happened. It's not getting thrown out at the prelim. It's going to go to trial. They're going to present all the evidence, all the witnesses, all them videos. That's going to get him roofed. All them telling people, I ain't tell you to feed me no more. That's not getting thrown out on no prelim, dog. That's going to trial. And his behavior on them lives, I don't watch a whole. I've seen enough of them. Man, he out of here, bro. Yeah, the victim cooperating, that ain't getting thrown out. That's not getting thrown out, bro.
So, do you think that the lawyer did a good job?
The lawyer can only do so much at the prelim. You don't present all your evidence at the prelim, especially on a case like that.
Yes.
You ain't gonna do that. That's not gonna get presented all at the prelim.
The lawyer should have definitely could have and should have brought a witness, at least one.
His witnesses is part of his code. What they going? They ain't no good.
They were there.
They're no good. They're no good.
There.
You watch, bro. He make them walk around like puppies in the streets of Atlanta. They ain't no good. He had them barking in the street and shit. They ain't no good, man.
Come on, see you laughing like this is a game.
I am laughing because it's funny, but it's not. They not getting He had them barking and walking like dogs and kneeling and was laughing like, come on, bro. They ain't no witnesses.
They ain't no witnesses.
Because that's not his charges. His charges is false imprisonment, scrape,
But you saying that bring the witnesses. The witnesses is people that jump over each other to rub his feet, bro.
Right.
You hear me talk with
they ain't good. They're not good witnesses.
They were there. They're the only witnesses.
No, they're not neutral witnesses. You need neutral witnesses, bro. They ain't no good.
They're the only witnesses that we have to call.
Then they're not good witnesses.
At all.
Nah, we have to call them. He should have called.
Man, these people willingly sleep. They willingly sleep on the floor for them. They're not good witnesses.
I'm trying to tell
They
you.
all sleep on the floor. What are you talking about? Everybody sleeps on the floor.
Natureboy don't sleep on no floor.
He sleeps on the floor.
Nah, he sleep in the bed with.
I'm telling you, he sleeps. I'm telling you, he sleep on the floor.
Something wrong with that.
Yeah,
They're not credible witnesses.
Yo, what are you talking about?
They're not good witnesses.
Nah, they the only witnesses.
So I'm still trying to get used to these glasses, man.
Put them back on, man. You killing it. Yeah, you killing it, man.
No, he's not credible. And then all the other stuff from his past, bro, he got hundreds of hours of video that's gonna get him killed, bro. He out of here. But I ain't really gonna get him like I want to. I could go in on him, but I ain't gonna do him like that. Not on your live.
I mean, I'm just talking about the preliminary hearing. This is why I don't want to get away.
Yeah, I'm telling you, ain't nothing getting thrown out. Ain't nothing getting thrown out on no prelim.
I mean, obviously it didn't. You know what I'm saying? But I think
who need to go to jail is whoever killed my man Kevin Samuels. That's what I want.
So, anyways, I just wanted to share this nonsense with you guys. Natureboy's witnesses are not witnesses. They're not competent. Like he said, they're willing participants. They sleep on the floor. They jump to take off his shoes and rub his feet. The men, they get up and willingly participants slap somebody for no reason. They are not competent. They are not witnesses. And they are not going to testify because they're not going to even get picked to do any of that. So listen, I have to go. It was a pleasure being with you guys always. I'm going to go live tomorrow. Make sure y'all hit that like button, show some love. And make sure you subscribe, because if you're on this channel talking to me right now, you're on my second channel, SL Davis Social Media News. Make sure after you hit that like button, you also subscribe to the channel and make sure the notification bell is on with the option on. Make sure y'all subscribe to this channel, all right? So y'all stay blessed, and I love y'all, and I'm out. Mwah. Love y'all.